starting the LangGraph series, and we have just completed the LangChain one, which is the basics for learning this new series. So I recommend you to go and check out that first, and then we are going to build some advanced agents. So without further ado, let's start LangGraph. So first thing first, let's learn about the memory management. So for that, so from LangChain core.prompt, we need to import the chat prompt template. So chat prompt template. So this is the same basic LangChain stuff, but I'll tell you why it becomes important. So from LangChain OpenAI, import chat OpenAI if you are using directly from OpenAI, or we can use I am using in my case using from Azure. So everything remains same, just the object we have to import different. Now from .env, import load.env, and let's invoke it so that our environment variables are set up properly. Now let's define the prompt. PR. I hope that is visible. So from chat, from template, from messages, and then we have to give the array of messages. So if you remember, we used to give the system and the placeholders. So we are going to do the same thing. Let me give you here. You are an helpful assistant. Answer all of the question based on your best ability. Question to the best of your ability. And in placeholder, then you define the placeholder, what would be the message. So now let's define the LLM. It is going to be Azure OpenAI, and we can define the model as GPT-5 mini. I'm going to use the GPT-5 mini. So now let's create our first chain. Chain is first prompt goes, and then the model. It's LLM. And then let's invoke it. So chain dot invoke, and here what the placeholder that we have made, we are going to fill that, and let's pass messages as the array, and let's pass human AI and human message. To speed up the things, I have already written in my notes. So this is going to give us a response. So let's print this. Print response. Hopefully everything works fine. LangGraph memory. Okay. First. Now let's run it. Okay, so it throws an error. List has no attribute. So I think I miss. Is it this correct spelling? From messages, placeholder, human AI. Okay. Let me paste it here. Let me see what happened wrong. Azure Chat OpenAI model is 5 mini. Now let's run it. So translate this sentence from English to French. I love programming, and this is AI. What did you just said? I love programming and English back. So yeah, so that's how. Uh, this is just a refresher. Like this is how we create. We can understand as we create the human messages. Now, the next thing, the important thing that we are going to learn from here is the concepts of LangGraph. So we create a file, we name it state, and let's try to bring this much code from here and bring it over here. So we need to, now you will see how can we pass on the information as the states of graph. So let's, for the first thing, let's define a state which will take it from typed typed. Let's import it and messages annotated list add message. So what it will do, it is going to append all the messages as it happens. So now we need to add the dependency of LangGraph because we are going to use this aggregator. Perfect. And now we can import this from LangGraph.graph import add message. What it will do, this state will append the messages as it gets, and the type of this field is this is a list. Now let's define the builder, like how. So let's make builder, which is a state graph. We'll also need to import it from LangChain.graph. So this is the state graph builder, and here you will pass your state. So we just passed our state, and based on this state, build a state graph. Let's bring our LLM, Azure Chat OpenAI, and model is 5 mini. And now we have our LLM. Let's build our chatbot. So let's define chatbot state. It's going to take a state that we have just defined and we'll collect the response while invoking it. LLM.invoke, and we need to pass now the state dot message. See, we were getting the type hints because these all are Pydantic models, and we are also again going to return the same format messages. And what you will see as we what as we interact with this chatbot, the memory will get built up for this graph, because we have defined it in such a way that as soon as any new messages will come, they will get appended. Now let's use our builder. Let's add a node because it's a graph. So we need to define the node. So let's make chatbot. There's only one node. This is the node, and then there are multiple edges. So builder dot add edge. So we have to, there's always going to be a start of a graph. So let's import it, and then same way there's going to be an end of a graph. So we can add start to the chatbot, and then let's also add an edge from chatbot to end. Now once you're done connecting your graphs, you can then go ahead and compile it. So let's graph builder.compile. This is going to compile your graph, and then to run this graph you'll have to pass the messages the way you wanted. So let's define the input messages. It's a list, and here we can pass human message. So let's import this from the LangChain code messages. Import human messages, and then we can pass on here human messages, and let's start with sending a hi. Now let's see for chunk in graph gp dot stream, and then we can pass our input, and then we can print the chunk. Let's run it. LangGraph state graph. Perfect. You can see our chatbot has responded. Hi there, how can I help you? I can answer question. And let's do one thing. Let's only print the content. Content only. Okay, so with chunk we can't take this. Fine, let's run it. So this chunk is chatbot messages. Let's see if we are able to parse it. Perfect. So I think I need to go chatbot and then the messages from there. Let's try to get the first one. Perfect. So that's how you can parse it. Then you can go dot content. So this is, I mean, based on the response of an AI, you just print it and you'll be able to learn it. No need to remember anything. So chatbot messages, first content, and then the content. This is where you get your output. So this is how you build your first state graph with the help of LangGraph. Important thing is we learn like how to start a graph, how to end a graph, how to add the edges, how to build the nodes, and you have also seen me making some error, how to fix them, how to build the states. These are the important things that someone needs to remember while they are building the graphs. And in the upcoming session, what we are going to learn is how, because right now if you see, as soon as I run it, it lost its memory, but we'll learn how can we preserve the memory, the persistent memory saver of the LangChain. And from LangGraph, there's called something called checkpoint.memory, which we are going to use for the upcoming session. Thank you.